This is the reason gaming saved and changed my life. 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I used to struggle to wake up every morning, get out of bed. I had no motivation to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. You know, I gave up all of my passions and loves, including gaming, which I did from probably 4 years old. I kind of spiraled into this addiction of gambling, drinking, and not coming home, sleeping rough, doing stupid, drastic things, driving my car at ridiculous speeds and thinking of crashing it into lampposts and all those different kind of things, different ways of how to end my life, you know, by overdose or by hanging myself. The sad thing is you actually feel that you're the one that's alone, but there are so many different people going through the same thing. It was probably from the age of 18 where I actually found that I was different, struggled and didn't really get on with my parents as well as I wanted to. But from ever since being a little kid, the only thing that I ever wanted to do was make sure my mum never had to work again. I think at 23 it was probably the toughest time of my life. I was living with friends and I just discharged from the army at the time. Basically, I was working in a pub job. I was earning £80 a week, and out of that £80 a week I was paying, you know, £250 of rent. So I didn't have much money to myself. I couldn't go out, I couldn't do anything, I could barely even afford to eat. There were times where, you know, I went without food for 2-3 days. But one of my friends actually saw that I was struggling and not eating, so he helped me out massively. He bought me food, helped me out to the point where, you know, I'm so grateful and I'll always be thankful for that. The same friend actually got me a job at his place numbering cables, and it weren't on very much money, but from that the manager actually asked me if I wanted to take a job and do an apprenticeship in electrical engineering. Whilst doing my apprenticeship, my granddad's health started to deteriorate too much, so I actually moved out of my friend's house and I ended up not looking after my granddad as such, but just being there for him so that he wasn't on his own. And shortly after that, he went to live with my mum and dad, where he eventually passed away 8 months after being diagnosed with terminal cancer. When my granddad passed away, it was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever had to deal with in my life, as well as when my gran passed away too. She was one of the best influential people in my life. You know, she got diagnosed unfortunately with cancer when I was 2. I was lucky enough for her to live till I was 19. My gran and granddad were the type of people that always had the answers. They always knew what to say. You know, I'd go to them more than I would my parents, which at the time was wrong. You know, you need your parents just as much as anybody, but they were just the people that I could confide in more than I could my parents at the time. When I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, my parents were absolutely amazing. I couldn't ask for better parents. I'm so lucky in that respect. After I actually dealt with the fact that my granddad had died, I started knuckling down at work and started improving like my skills with tools and being able to do panel work and wiring and learning how to read schematics and things like that. And you know, I didn't actually believe in myself enough because I always had this self-doubt. I'd not picked up a controller or a mouse and keyboard for quite a while, probably the best part of a year and a half at this point. I'd not played a game, and then I ended up playing a game called Diablo 3 and I got really addicted to it. I did quite well, ended up getting one of the highest ranks in the game at one point in season 3, and it really brought my passion back for gaming, and opened my eyes to doing the things that I actually enjoyed doing. There were still some days where I didn't want to get out of bed, but I had to get this mentality of, you know, you have to force yourself to do it. That's the only way to overcome any mental illness, is to force yourself to get out of bed and just even put clothes on. And that's the start of doing something good with your day. I think the main reason that why gaming saved my life was the people that I met along the way. Along like your own life journey, you sort of find these real life friends who are there and they pull you together, and you know, you've got your family, but not only that, people online as well. People online were actually really supportive, just as much as my family. They had a big impact of making me feel better, and I felt that doing gaming was just really important for me. If I didn't play games, I honestly don't know where my life would have been right now at this moment. There were so many times where when I didn't keep myself occupied, I would just do stupid things. I spent money that I never had and just did irresponsible and irrational things. 11 months ago, my partner actually gave birth to my little boy, Noah. He's just a joy to be around. He's so funny. Seeing him smile, seeing him laugh, seeing him play with his toys and getting him in his ball pit. Doing all the things that you used to do as a kid, and it makes you realise that that was me 30 years ago. He'll sit with me at night and he'll smack the keyboard and try and grab the mouse and pull my headset off, and you know, watch and get really excited when something happens on the screen. I'll show him on my stream sometimes and show my closest friends how I was doing that I met online. And yeah, he's the best part of my life, along with my family, my friends, and yeah, I'm so blessed in that sense. I think through this journey of getting myself well and trying to deal with bipolar disorder, I know everybody has different struggles and different sort of obstacles in life that they have to face, and the thing is, you have to face them, not run away from them. I found that when I used to run away from my problems, they just used to get worse, but when I did the hard thing and faced them, everything actually got better. I think you find whenever you do something hard in life, after you've done it, you feel this sort of sense of achievement, and you want to do it again. Even though at the time you'd never want to do it, you think, oh, this is the worst thing that's happening to me, please, when will it end? But once you get through it, you'll realise what I mean. I'm sure every single one of you that have watched this video felt the same way. Everyone has their own passions and loves, and gaming's mine, and it truly saved my life. And I think for anybody with a mental illness, you just need to find your own passion, your own love, your own enjoyment. You know, don't focus on being happy, because you find that you're unhappy most of the time that you find that you're looking to try and be happy. So just do the things that you enjoy, and the things that you enjoy will make you happy, trust me. My mum and dad used to actually take the modem away from us when we were kids. Well, probably when I was like 12, 13 years old or something like that, in the summer holidays. They didn't want us gaming all day. They wanted us playing football and, you know, doing other things and doing outside activities, but which I agree with. You know, you've got to have a balance in your life of doing physical activity and actually doing things that you enjoy more than anything else at the same time. I think for anybody watching this who has actually got a mental illness, then I hope that it's helped you in some sort of way, and you know that even the simple things like playing a game or playing football, watching TV, or whatever it is that you're passionate about and love, just to do it. I think that I'm probably an example of that. I'm just a normal guy. You know, there's nothing special about me whatsoever. My aim in life is just to help people and deal with mental illness if I can. You know, I've been through many different things in my life, but honestly, the three biggest things that saved my life were my family, friends, and actually gaming. As stupid as it sounds. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that it helps you in some way. Thank you for watching.